All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First thing and foremost, we want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors be to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the stern of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Brother brothers here at GMS Kansas City, just doing a quick sit down through the spirit from the signs of the times. Man, it's a lot going on. It's a lot to cover. We don't even know where to start, but prophecy is speeding up. Riots, protests, looting, vandalism, agent provocateurs, all the things that we've prophesied about from the apostles and elders on down to the brothers of Great Millstone. We're seeing the works being brought into fruition. This is an exciting time, brothers, because we are here. We're at the end.
Yep.
We're at the end, and there's nothing more to be said. Straightforward.
That's right.
You know, there's no type of sentiment speech we can put on it. We're at the end, and the Most High Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai isn't getting ready to deliver his elect any day now. Though we understand that certain prophecies must come to pass. Okay, whatever scripture y'all got, 2nd Ezra 15:16, we can go to Matthew 24, we go to Zechariah 9, whatever you brothers want to pull. Follow it.
Isaiah 48:3.
Go ahead.
It says, I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass.
Sudden to pass. All right, do me a favor, bro. Give me the book of 2nd Ezra 9:3.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back on that real quick. Because, hey, the word has been spoken before the prophets have been speaking since this world began. Like I tell you, I believe in Luke 1:72, it says that the prophets have spoke from the beginning. So since the garden, the men of the Lord have been on the earth prophesying about the end of times. From all the way from Moses to Abraham to Elijah to Elisha to Daniel to Ezekiel. All these renowned men of the Lord have been prophesying about the times we're living in now in a roundabout way. Now look, they're coming to fruition. And we've witnessed it. We've seen it. Like when we was out prophesying yesterday, they had a protest right where we were prophesying at. And the crazy part about it is that we didn't even think that they was going to be out there, because it came to my mind that they was going to be out there later. But when we went out there to prophesy, we didn't even know until we got out there. We're like, oh shit. You know, and things was turning up in the midst of the camp, you know. But nonetheless, man, hey, 4-year-old boys, they were getting tear gas, girls, all types of shit was happening, man. And this is just a minuscule scale of what's getting ready to come to pass. But nonetheless, we're seeing the works of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai come to pass through these small riots, because these protests, they're small by measure. Yeah. They can die down, things can appear to be normal for months, probably a year. But the fact about it is the tensions are on high. And for the elites to let this situation go to waste, I'm skeptical about that. I don't believe it's going to happen. I believe they're going to ride this bandwagon into the missiles. You know?
Yeah, because it's always been a narrative from Esau to push the fact that quote unquote blacks are rebellious, because what they want to do is send you to concentration camps and pretty much put you back in slavery. But like the scriptures say, affliction shall not rise a second time. So it's in with Esau, with the things that he's planning won't come to pass. Like he planned on putting a microchip to everybody, the elect would not take the chip. You know? So this is all the things that's on the horizon that most Israelites don't even understand, is that it's going to be much bigger than a protest. It's going to be this devil coming in with martial law, killing people, and things of that nature. But as of right now, this is a heavy time in quote unquote American history.
Yeah.
This is the time where America is going down as a kingdom, because America has lived in luxury and lasciviousness, if you will, because of the amount of bloodshed they put on our people. So now you gotta fucking pay. What about, to hell with some goddamn George Floyd, what about the 500 years you had the so-called Negroes in slavery, man?
Right.
And the land that you took from the Native American Indians.
Yep.
Like there was this black woman cussing the goddamn devil out. I think she was from Minnesota, but she said, well, you talk about us being looters, you looted from the Native American Indians. We learned looting from you goddamn devils.
Yeah.
So you want to be a hypocrite and call us thugs and looters? You're the looter. You see?
2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world which he made.
Right. The Most High is visiting the world that he made through these different plagues, these protests, these riots. These things are really picking up, man. Like all states in America, for the most part, like from Boston to LA, like LA is on a curfew. I just got a text from my mother. She's like, "Oh my Lord, are you okay?" Man. She said, "Man, crazy. Chicago is shut down after 9 o'clock." Which Jake ain't gonna honor that curfew, man. Because technically, if you under the age of 18, you got a curfew anyway. You ain't supposed to be out past 10 o'clock. Right. They'll lock your ass up. But hey, she said that they shutting down suburbs, meaning the troops are out there. Cops. All right? And that's the whole point of what happened. You had agent provocateurs that would go into certain neighborhoods or certain or a chief place of concourse to disrupt businesses. And then what they would do is blame it on the protesters. Because protesters came out and said, "Well, look, we're not starting these fires. What the hell are you talking about?" And what's this guy's name? His name is
the vice president?
No, the agent provocateur, man.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, his name is shit, bro.
From St. Paul.
Yeah, St. Paul, the cop.
Yeah.
They showed him on camera, and I'll find out that George Floyd and the guy that killed him, the cop, found out that they both worked at the same restaurant, did security.
Right, yeah.
So if that's not a psyop, and that's not part of some type of globalist agenda to get you jakes to get out of character, to be justified on passing more draconian laws to keep you in camps and to detain you and to have you locked up until they decide to administer some type of vaccination, then I don't know what to tell you, man. You know?
I got a precept real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Yep, and this is a device of Satan, the so-called white man. All right, we know that these, what you call order out of chaos, which means order out of chaos, and then you got pressure from above, pressure from beneath. When they set up certain scenarios to get you to react, then the problem is the reaction. Solution comes with the military or whatever law they want to come forth with. Problem, reaction, solution. Same thing with COVID-19. In the midst of an economic collapse, the problem was COVID-19. The reaction was you people bugging out because you was at quarantine for months. Solution, the vaccination and the test. There you go. So basically this devil, he's creating a problem and justifying playing hero. You know?
And I got that definition for Satan right here in the precept. It comes from the Greek. It says Satanas. And it means, if you go down to B, it says a Satan-like man. So that proves that Satan could be a man. Yeah. Satan don't gotta be the spiritual demon Satan who you think. Who most people, they'll say he fell from heaven and shit like that. No, Satan is working on the earth. Satan is you so-called white people, man. Donald Trump, y'all motherfuckers, y'all Satan, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Y'all Satan.
You know?
Yep.
So this is how Satan is operating on earth, because just like Yahweh Shimon Shai has a special people, which is the Israelites, Satan has his special people, which is you you call yourself Caucasian. Yep. You're the Edomites.
It's beautiful because the brother broke it down. He said, look, just because a so-called white man may play the part, it's when the devil gene is activated. It's when that demonic spirit is activated in these devils. Like, if y'all play the game Tekken, basically, Kaz, he was a normal kid, but what activated his devil gene when Heihachi threw his ass off the cliff? Right. Then the devil gene in him activated, and he was filled with hatred for his father ever since. He was on a binge on killing Heihachi. You know?
The devil gene is starting to flare up in Esau, man.
You see it, bro.
And you niggas not ready for it.
Nah, bro.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, so-called white man, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
But a short time. This is why everything kicked off. 2020 has every single day. 2020 has turned up.
Yeah, God.
There was no it was no dull point in 2020. Since January 1st, 2020, shit has picked up. Yeah. From what is his name? Soleimani or the Iranian general getting assassinated.
Yeah, Kobe dying.
January, then COVID-19. Then shit been turning up, man. It's been an eventful year, and just imagine if we make it through this year. Next year may be even worse.
Right.
Because, matter of fact, I got an article that World War III, that America, they're flying through the Caspian Sea, bro.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Provoking Russia.
Provoking
basically.
Russia, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the midst of all this, to dupe you people down, to get your mind off what's really happening in the world, that's setting up these George Soros protests to deter your mind from what's really going on. But at the same time, we're in the midst of a trade war. Hong Kong is completely militarized right now, which that's a province of China. And then guess what? America and China is still in a trade war. So world war is getting ready to happen. And on top of that, everybody is blaming America for COVID-19. And then we get an economic collapse, which when America economy goes, the global economies, they topple. It's done. So in the midst of pressing the RFID chip, you're going to have World War III that's going to be right on the cusp of happening.
Right. Yeah.
So we may be the fuck out of here at the end of the year, next year, man.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people is fucked up about 2020. Look, if we make it to 2021, it's gonna be way worse than 2020, man.
You ain't gonna be able to go outside,
Yeah,
man.
2021 gonna be way worse than because it's not like the Lord gonna let up.
Nah,
like people
hell
gonna be
nah.
able to breathe. Nah,
bro.
it's gonna be worse, man. Whatever the Lord have happen, it's gonna happen, and more than it's gonna be ultimately death and destruction.
You remember, brother, we were saying last year, we said something gonna happen next year.
Yeah,
we
God.
said it, bro. We said, I see next year. Me and him spoke on it.
God.
I said, hey, by this year, this time, we may have martial law in America. Now look at it. We spoke on this, man.
God.
You know, and the crazy part about it is that the apostles, they've been in the truth 30 plus years. They said this has been the most time they've seen this much prophecy on the earth.
God.
Now you know they gotta mean something, man.
And 9/11 was
That's big.
heavily prophetic.
Yeah.
Because 9/11, that changed America forever.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't see it dying down from this point.
Right.
You may have your dips that it may be quiet for a minute, but it's going to sprout right back up. Because in the midst of opening the economy, what happens? They killed this nigga George Floyd,
Yep.
which he was a nigga any goddamn way.
Stupid nigga.
He wasn't righteous. And if you look at him, he looked like a simple nigga. You know? He wasn't right in the spirit.
Yeah.
And the Most High put him to death. So he can be justified on rising you stupid niggas up to be stupid out here.
Mm-hmm.
And a white man ain't your friend, all right? Just because you got crackers protesting with you, marching with you,
Right.
Black Lives Matter, look, that's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of these people are paid off. They're getting that $1,900 to $2,000 a week, you know what I'm saying, to come against your ass, man. So that they can put in your mind that, oh, not all Edomites are bad.
Right.
But you wicked ass Jakes, you're going to find out that the so-called white man ain't your friend. You're going to find out because these same cocksuckers you protesting with, they're going to be the same one that's coming in your neighborhoods and blowing your goddamn heads off.
That's right. I appreciate it.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. It says, I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it already be kindled?
Right. The fire, bro. The fire is here. Kansas City, Missouri, bro. We've seen the protests, man. Matter of fact,
Direct.
after the camp, you know, I was riding around looking for some food, man. And we was off, like, the protest was down the street, but I got good footage of what the hell was happening. People was getting tear gas, pepper sprayed. Nigga woman was crying. Edomites, they like, oh my God. And I was just sitting back laughing. I'm like, yeah, we told you so.
Yeah.
People was really bugging the fuck. It got bad to the point that the protest grew as hours and hours, the protest grew. And we spoke on it. We said, look, after we shut down the camp, at nighttime, niggas gonna get turned up.
Yep.
They gonna get drunk. People gonna come out here looking for something to do. You got black bitches out here that's thinking this is a joke. They coming out here for attention. You had a fat bitch with high heels on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They bringing that
Some
4-year-old.
black bitch asking, "What y'all about?
Yeah,
Where y'all out here?"
yeah. And then you got 4-year-old babies out here. Like, why would you bring your kid to a protest that can get deadly?
Yeah, they underestimating what's going on, man. This is
Yeah,
real.
they think
real.
it's
They
folly.
think it's for attention.
They don't
Yeah.
think. See, the average person doesn't think that it's the spirit of the Most High turning up right now.
Right.
Because you actually think that this is just okay. It's another day in America. No, the spirit is turning up. A lot of people about to start dying, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people about to start getting hit with shotgun blasts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because hey, they think that this is for entertainment. Nigga woman coming fresh out with the nail salon, her feet out, She going down to a protest because it's something to do.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come a time that these protests are gonna get real. They're gonna get deadly, and it's to the point that you're not gonna be able to be on the streets.
Right.
Because when the military bring out them big guns, we ain't shooting paintballs at you. They gonna shoot live ammunition, man. It's gonna get to the point. Mark our words. Mark the words of Yahweh Shem Shah that's written in this book. These things are gonna get real. Even if this George, whatever the hell his name, Floyd, that may die down. But hey, it's gonna come a situation that's gonna bring you Jakes into a fight that you're not gonna be able to turn back from.
Yep.
You know?
We got another precept.
Go ahead.
So like this is Revelation 12:17. It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went out to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach."
That's the prophets, man. Because we the ones that keep the commandments, and we're the remnant. Lord's will, we are the elect. They make war because hey, the 2/3 of Jake, they're already turned over to Satan.
Right.
All right, it's the prophets. And like I was reading an article on RT, but that's the spirit because the RT app crashed. It says that the app server was crashed. But they stated that all these particular riots are related to domestic terrorism. And guess who's the front of the riots? Even though you got crackers out there, Jake.
Hey, Con, because you had in on the C-SPAN hearing with the old Jake lady, the dude was talking about the Hebrew Israelites,
Right.
Black Hebrew Israelites being, and that was a week or two before all of this happened. So and it's not coincidence, man. These devils know who they want to come after.
So we gotta be even more circumspect now because what's that guy? What's his name? Grandmaster Jay. That nigga. He's talking about he's affiliated somewhat to the Israelites. Esau. He's that nigga's an agent provocateur, bro.
Yeah.
He's a setup. He's an agent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Esau may use that Jake to label this whole movement to the Israelites. Yeah.
You ain't seen that nigga on the front lines not one time. He talking about we was out there in Georgia with the Ahmaud Arbery. We didn't see you.
You
wasn't
out there.
You wasn't
man.
out there. I see some other dudes, other Jakes with machine guns and shit, but I ain't seen your ass. Cause you a fucking agent.
Yeah, you still behind on your fucking IBM computer, man. A fucking typewriter and typing that, doing your videos, man. You ain't out there. You an agent, bro. But that's the spirit. Once again, RT News, they're relating these protests to domestic terrorism. That's open field on the Hebrew Israelites, man.
Right. Because Esau want to come at us. Because it's like the prophets, it says, I will make my words fire and these people wood. So us coming against this devil and teaching our people the nationality is destroying this kingdom. So now he got to, these blacks are terrorists. They're black identity extremists. So he has to justify himself rolling up on this.
But wait a minute. You the fucking terrorist, man.
Right.
You the one that's bombing people. You the one that came up with COVID-19. You want everybody to blame China, motherfucker. It's you. You the one that start. Hey, they showed a cracker, an Edomite, that kicked off the race war in Minneapolis. They said it was a peaceful protest, but they got your guy, Jacob Penderson, on camera setting or vandalizing a fucking AutoZone. And when you throw a chair, hey, what they say in Boondocks, they say, you want to know how you get a nigga riled up? Throw a chair, nigga moment, throw a chair in the crowd. He did that. He threw, and the niggas turned up, man. Because Jake, they react to drama.
Most is stirring up the ultimate nigga moment, man.
That's a video, bro.
This the ultimate nigga moment, man. Because from the show, the nigga moment is the definition when ignorance takes over a so-called black man, and that's what's coming on, man. That's why you got niggas kicking in Gucci, kicking in Dior, kicking in Foot Locker, because they don't give a fuck no more, man.
Just being niggas.
Yeah, I got that Jeremiah you mentioned. Jeremiah 5 verse 14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord, power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words and not my fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
So our words are devouring America. Our words are literally destroying this kingdom. Because as the prophets speak, the things happen. As the Lord said, as He declared it, then it happens. Of course, this prophecies was written on scrolls in the ancient world, but as the prophets are speaking as well, things take place because we're making our petition before the Most High that He destroys this place. So He honors the things the prophets say.
Yeah.
You know. So this Esau is being exposed as the devil. He's being exposed as not even. He's exposed as not even being a true European.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People know that Esau is not a European.
Everything about him is
He's a devil.
yeah.
So it's like he has to come against us because we destroying all of his lies, all his bullshit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now we're the terrorists.
Because he's been exposed. Well, I got a precept. This is the book of Luke 21, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at 7. It says. Matter of fact, let's start at 5. It says, and some spake of the temple. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 6. It says, as for these things which ye behold, the days will come in which there should not be left one stone upon another that should not be thrown down. All right, going into these kingdoms, going into these cities, etc. You know, the Most High is bringing war and tension, and like the brother said, the ultimate nigga moment. These things are gonna circumvent Babylon, and really the whole world is up in chaos right now. Even before COVID-19, you had the yellow jacket protest. You had Venezuela been turned up since 2015.
America attacked the Iranian general.
Yep.
That one dude, Soleimani.
Yep.
Killed him.
Gone.
That was in January.
Yep. And it says here, it says, and they shall ask him, saying, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what will be this? It says, and what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? Mm-hmm. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying that I am the anointed, and the time draweth near. But go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear wars and commotions, be not terrified. So we're not supposed to be terrified right now. You got brothers that may get shook up, and that's okay. But hey, your faith should kick in. Because hey, we all kind of got shook up when they was like, oh shit, we're going to administer vaccinations back October, November. We're like, oh shit, what do we do? But it's a process you go through.
Right.
You deal with it as it comes. Like you heard the attorney say, look, we'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Right.
You deal with it, man. Because we don't know what we going to do. They kicking our door. We don't know. But we got faith that the Lord is going to give us a way out of this. You know? But shit, they going to come in and want to forcibly test people. Some brothers going to get the test. Some brothers may be falsely positive for COVID-19. But it's up to Yahweh Shai to deliver that man. So we can't focus on what am I going to do. The answer to that is have faith.
Yep.
Have faith, man. Because you can't premeditate, well, you know what? Esau may come in October 29th, 2020. I'm going to be in the woods by October 28th. Nah, man. You don't work that way.
Yeah.
Because you're fooling yourself.
Yeah.
You're being presumptuous.
Because part of the game is not knowing.
It's not knowing.
That's the beauty of faith.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that if you did the right works, that the Most High is going to take care of you.
Exactly. And it says here, but when ye shall hear wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's the race riot, right? Nation against nation, meaning the Jake versus Esau versus Moab versus Ishmael. All these racial tensions in America are going to increase over time. Kingdom against kingdom, America against Russia, against China, against Egypt, or Korea. Like that dude Kim Jong, mentally ill. Allegedly, he's dead.
Okay.
You know.
He just resurfaced recently too.
He did.
They said he was dead. Yeah.
So he ain't dead.
Nah.
Exactly. See. So
Especially fake news.
Fake moves, man. He ain't even dead. Same thing with the whole Kobe Bryant hoax. Who's to say that nigga's really dead? I mean, he might be because he's a Jake, but nonetheless, hey, going back into what's that motherfucker's name? Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein. These men might not even be dead.
Okay.
You know. But it says here, kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes should be in divers places, famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall that be from heaven. Chariots, man.
Yeah.
Them chariots are turning up out here.
Yeah.
Different solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. All these things are predicated to the second coming of Yahweh Shai to deliver his elect. But these people, they don't know. And this is why they're rioting for George Floyd. Because in their mindset, this nigga is innocent.
Right.
Why? Because he's innocent according to black culture standards.
Right.
Because in black culture, as long as you just a nigga in the world and you get gunned down for not committing an alleged crime, you innocent.
Right.
But a nigga don't comprehend, don't eat pork, don't commit adultery, don't smoke weed. Niggas don't comprehend that. But when you tell a nigga that's why that nigga died, it goes over their head. They're like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Since when smoking weed is wicked? Since when sleeping with another man, that's not evil?
Con.
You know?
Right. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 56. It says, ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern the time? And just how this brother was bringing out in his precepts, the Most High is listening the things to look for. And brothers report on these things on a weekly basis.
Okay.
So if you could match up what's being reported to what's written, you'll be able to discern the time. But a lot of you motherfuckers, you don't want it to be the end. You want another 500 years, man.
Yeah, most Jake don't see it because they don't got the spirit to see it. They just caught up in folly and caught up in, shit that is irrelevant according to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And the prophets are also likened unto watchmen, so we have a special spirit. You know? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it on mine.
Well, I got more. And it says here, going back to Luke 21. Go back to Luke 21. And 12 it says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, deliver you up to synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And this happened to the disciples over 2,000 years ago. But you got to understand, in these gospels, time jump forward. You have what they call a time skip in history. It skipped forward, then it goes back to present, then into the past, but in the future. But if you correlate all these precepts, it all pictures a particular picture of a particular time frame. Because we know now, before this end comes, the persecution of the prophets must come to pass. Because they're going to find out how to label all these different riots and uproars of the people. They're going to figure out how to attribute it to the Hebrew Israelites, man.
Yeah.
Mark our words. We don't know what they're going to say, how they're going to say it, what news, but we know that they're going to put our face in the news eventually. And people going to believe it. But then you're going to have a certain amount of people that's going to come to our defense and say, nah, fuck that. We're going to defend these guys because we know they're not about that. And you people out there in YouTube land, you know that we're not about bullshit. You know that we're not bombing people. You know that we're not creating protests. We ain't about this. We're just prophesying. But Esau needs to use the situations of the world to be justified on rolling on the prophets.
Yep.
Because we're the prized possession. They want us. Fuck you people. You people are just a ploy. You're a decoy for the real thing.
Con, I got a precept real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 26 and 59. It says, now the chief priests and elders and the council sought false witness against Yahushua to put him to death.
False witness. So you're going to have wicked Negroes. There's these different organizations of your family. You may have your brother, your mother, your sister, cousin, your own woman. May say, oh yeah, this nigga, he's a Hebrew Israelite. I remember he said he was going to kill somebody.
Con.
Catch you just speaking in folly, or just because it's not against the law to say you're gonna take somebody out if you don't give a particular motive or a particular person you're talking about. Yeah. You could just be speaking. You know what I'm saying? It's not against the law to say, yeah, I'm gonna take a person out. Who? Yeah. What's the motive? What's the intent? Yeah. It's not premeditated.
Hey, but not only that, but they have that technology of what they call deep fakes.
Okay.
So even if we didn't say shit, brothers, we in the camp every week. We do videos every week. So they had the technology to make us say some bullshit we didn't even say.
It seemed like we saying we gonna bomb the building and shit like that.
And have your face on it and your lips moving, saying them words.
Yep.
That's how this devil coming, man.
Yep. And stupid assholes gonna believe that. That's why 2 Corinthians 2 and 11 says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Yep.
Because you're gonna have people, oh my God, he said that.
You're right.
Oh my Lord. He wear that big beard for a reason.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, brothers got agents, provocateurs that's living among them. That's trying to provoke situations. Anything to get you hemmed up to demonize the ministry. But hey, what Yahweh Shai say, and what the gospel says, hey, that you may be blameless, man. So the ministry can be blameless. You know, so we gonna take a lot of chin shots in this shit. We gonna take a lot. Hey, people getting free hits on the prophets, man. You know. Go ahead, bro.
It's Luke 20:20 says, and they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his word, so that they might deliver him into the power and authority of the governor.
Right, that's the Romans, man. So you gonna have niggas that act like they was with you, but at the same time they gonna be the ones coming against you. In the cut. Oh man, yeah, bro, I believe in it, but this nigga ain't right. He told me one time he was gonna smack his bitch. Or he told me that he was gonna kick the white man's ass upstairs. Oh, that dude, he ain't right. Yet this man beside you, I'm a Hebrew Israelites. I know the name Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. There's gonna be a lot of these castaways in these camps that's gonna have a bitterness towards the men in the camps. A lot of these men that got kicked out of camps, hey, they may still be doing the work. A lot of these niggas, they gonna get Satan on them. And they gonna come against brothers who they once labored with. And say, yo, yeah, I remember him. He wasn't right in the first place. I'm a just man. I have nothing to do with that. But hey, that's the man you want.
This is Matthew.
It's a heavy, treacherous spirit in Israel, man. And that goes for your family members, your women, your kids. Hey, they may turn your father against you.
It's perfect, bro. Let's go right what you saying. Matthew chapter 10, verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. So everything that's being said now is not of our own opinion. It's the spirit of the Most High speaking through men. Verse 21. Just what you're saying. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against the parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endured to the end shall be saved.
Right. And they, what it tells you in the Apocalypse says, you should see the salvation at the end of your world if you endure all these things. But that children delivering up parents to get put to death, that's manifold. Because in one case, I mean, you're going to have kids and people and their family members, you want to have skirmishes within the family, but also this is talking about in the truth, because technically you got brothers that's been laboring in this thing for 15